Alright guys, Furkage here and welcome back to the brand new video. On today's video, Battlefield of Time will be the topic. More precisely, I will give you the guide, at least how I do it, how I've done it. But as well, I will show you multiple strategies how you can fight against CERBERUS, okay? Leave a like, subscribe, your opinions in the comment section below. So first, let me show you my team. The composition of my team, weapons, blessing stones and everything else, and then I will show you my run. As well, I will talk about the free-to-play strategies, pay-to-win strategies, like there is so many strategies for the CERBERUS, so probably I will even make a multiple videos related to that. For now, let me focus on this strategy. By the way, guys, I know I have maxed out Demon Plum Flower Sword, two copies on Grimoire. You don't have to have this, so this can work. Maybe you won't go for the rank 1, right? Or something like that, but definitely you can get amazing prizes using this type of strategy and this type of team. So I'm using Sung, Silver Main for the buff of attack, critical hit rate buff and critical damage buff from OMG Cha, and of course punishment from the Min. Min will give me that damage taken increase. Okay, so this is what we are using, and then blades for additional attack buff. From the artifacts, I'm using here toughness artifact. Here I could have used the concentration of firepower. I believe that would be even better result, but fine. And on Silver Main and Min and Cha, I'm pretty much using the same artifacts that I use in the battle. Although you can really play around with this and test out what should work the best for you. Like here, I could have added this part, because when tagging out, increase the users and their team member attack by 12%. So yeah, you can definitely play around additional with the artifacts to maximize the amount of damage. I didn't bother. This team worked just fine. I'm currently rank 1, so on the last day I will push like crazy. Now I'm here to show you the strategies and how I done it. Okay, and then we have here, this is the skills that I used. So I used multi-strike, water. Then I used this one for the first map. You're gonna see how it works, and as well increase the mana and power gauge. That will be extremely helpful. We want to get that ultimate as soon as possible. And here I am using the Pulverize, Blessing Stone, Advanced Dagger Technique, Double-Edged Sword, and for the skill cooldown, Decrease Reawakening. Super important. As well, you can use Sharp Perception. For this type of strategy, you can use Boss Slayer if you don't have others. And what else? You could play around with Fatal Strike, you could play around with Bloodlust. Yeah, this is it for what fits this type of strategy. Okay, I believe now we covered everything. Let me show you run. This is the team pretty much that I done 1 minute and 11 seconds. Plus I can drastically improve it overall. I can drastically improve this. Let me just go to the part for 422, somewhere around this. This is the run. Now this is 1 minute and 24 seconds. I didn't record my main run of 1 minute and 11 seconds. But first, just enjoy the run. I have some laggy problems a little bit lately. Probably I need to update drivers or something, waiting for the new PC as well. Not waiting, but soon I'll buy it. Okay, this is not the run. I believe this is the run. Okay, but the strategy will be the same. So first, I use the Q attack to finish literally everyone. And then I finish the first map by using Grimoire. Then when CERBERUS drops, you dash, you use the braking, then you go into shadow attack. You then use the shadows as well. Is this the run? This is really bad. Okay, here I miss breaking, as you saw. That's really essential that with this type of rune, you hit all the breaking, so you break as soon as possible. This is more like a nuking strategy, where pretty much with Demon Plum Flower Sword and everyone else, you're stacking up the attack constantly, and then you want to break it as soon as possible. Now here I'm not breaking yet until I will have my supports ready to go, okay? My supports are ready here, so now I can start buffing. I saw already so many mistakes from here, but this should do it. Okay, so now I break, perfect. Now I buff with Min, now I buff with Cha, and as well, this is not the... yes, it is, this is the run. Okay, I didn't even manage to use the ultimate here, guys, so imagine how much faster I could have done it overall with many mistakes that I've done as well here. But okay, this is one of my initial runs using... I started using this strategy yesterday in the evening, and booyah, it worked just like a charm. I tried so many strategies. I'm going for the rank 1. Currently I'm rank 2, missing only 1 second. So let me just describe to you the overall run really quickly. So you start the run by moving forward. Okay, you start the run by moving forward. You use your buff from main, so you get the attack buff. This should be enough to one-shot everyone. I also used here the buff from Min, but you don't have to. At least I don't have to in this type of composition. Now I know, but at that time I didn't know. Oh, that's the wrong run. OMG, bro. Sorry, guys. Okay, everything is the same. Now when you kill them, this will appear, and here you can start using the Grimoire. Grimoire should one-shot this. If you know this won't one-shot, definitely use Cha as a backup. By the way, in this type of strategy, you can also use, if you don't have Min, maybe Fisher. If you don't have Cha, Fisher, for example, or any type of buffers overall. There is other strategy as well with the breaking. I'll just describe to you how does it work, and then in future videos we can go in more depth. Okay, now you kill him, hopefully, and now CERBERUS appears. Okay, here now move forward, dash, so you dodge, you get the extreme evasion. After that, go immediately with the breaking. Okay, this is the E skill that I already showed you which one I'm using. This is essential that you hit that final break. If you don't do it, it will take you longer until you break him. This is what happens in this run as well, so it took me longer. Definitely, if you time everything perfectly, if you practice this, you can go below 1 minute. I'm sure of it. With how many mistakes I've done, even with my best run, 111, bro, this is big deal. Okay, after that, when you use the breaking, then you use your dash. I mean, you go into shadow step. Okay, when you go into shadow step, then use your shadow blades. I mean, summon other shadows. Also, one big tip right here, guys. Try that CERBERUS is facing the wall. Because like this you will be able to maximize the amount of damage, because he won't be able to run away constantly. So yeah, try that he constantly hits that wall so he cannot go up front, and like this you're gonna maximize the amount of damage. Here I even used the mistake. I've done the mistake. After you summon shadows, use the Demon Plum Flower Sword, so you dash and you go for attack. Like this, you're gonna buff, and be ready. After that, you do your best. So, for example, here, make sure to dodge this. I used immediately buff from Bech again, Min, full rotation. That's super essential. And then on the next rotation, be ready. Shadows you won't use anymore. Now your goal is to break it as soon as possible, which I would do already. I would break him if I timed everything perfectly. Also be careful with the cooldowns of your characters. Maybe in your case, it will be better to just like, if you do everything properly, maybe just one buffs from them during Cerberus run would be enough. So you time perfectly the breaking and the buffing. So here I'm really close to break. All the buffs are ready to go, pretty much. And now the only thing that I need to do is use the Shadow Step. Boom. Use the buff from Silvermane back. Here I made a huge mistake as well. I shouldn't have done that. I should have break it. And then, like, it would be so much faster. It would be so much faster. Okay, so after you saw now. So after you break it, you use your Demon Plum Flower Sword with full bloom. So dash and use F, in my case. You're gonna buff. Then buff with everyone else. Main, Min, Cha. And from there on, you can go with the Grimoire and Ultimate. Okay, in my case, the damage was absurd, and I didn't even have to use the ultimate. So this is about this run and how I've done it. Is this free-to-play friendly run? Why not? Not in my case, because my account is paid to win. But I assure you, since in Battlefield of Time, your leveling gears are not important. Like, only what's important are the sets. Okay, so you don't have to use million gold to enhance all of this. No, you just need the right set. Okay, and of course the duplicates in the character matter. The duplicates in your weapons matter. The level of your weapon, level of your weapons and level of your characters does not matter as well here. So have that in mind. Like, pretty much showcasing the right setups. Okay. Now, as a free-to-play, you can give it a shot. I believe this can definitely work. Can you have my time? With all the mistakes that I've done, I would say really close, bro. This was not the perfect run, especially this one that I showed you, but as well, the 119 is not the best. I could go below 1 minute if I do everything correctly. But I'll have to do this million tries and reruns and everything else. Okay, so this is one strategy. There is more strategies, of course, with using SEO, with using Fisher, and as well you can take another breaker. Okay, you can take another breaker here. This is, on another hand, it's a little bit different strategy. You want to break the Cerberus as soon as possible, and then with SEO, of course, and her, you're gonna break soon. And as well, you can place not this rune, but you can place this rune, for example, this skill. Okay, guys, if you're using this type of strategy, you will go for the almighty break, because this will give you even faster breaking capabilities. So this is the breaking team. I showed you my favorite buffing team, I would say. Okay, there is also other strategies where you don't have to use the commander touch. Okay, so you can use, for example, that dance to give you crazy buff plus the heavy breaking, or you can use something else, or you can use like this. You can use this, for example, and then on the basic 2 you can use almighty break. Okay, just like this, almighty break and the multi-strike right here. And you're gonna break it extremely fast like this. And then when you start the initial run, how you gonna beat those normal monsters? Well, you can summon immediately shadows. So when you start the game, summon shadows. They're gonna defeat that, use Grimoire to one-shot that other monster that appears, and then you go to Cerberus. Okay, you go, break him as soon as possible, and then you just stack up, one shot. There is also the strategies where you're not using her, but you can go with her, and then the same skills that I showed you right now. You summon first shadows, and then you do the rest. Definitely I saw also people not using, some people using the Huntsman and not Demon Plum Flower Sword, but that's full pay to win in my opinion strategy, so I won't go too much into that. From the weapons, there is one big free-to-play way to go with, and that's using the... Where it is now? The R weapon. I can't find it now. Oh yeah, here it is. The R weapon Lizard Glaive, and you need to max out this weapon to actually work. This will do a ton of freaking damage. You can use this weapon in combination with this weapon. Okay, I saw people doing it in 1 minute, even better than me, I believe. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, SR and that R weapon can do wonders. Okay, the Blessing Stones I explained. Everything else you literally play around. You can use Cha here, you can use Min, you can use my strategy, literally play around depending on what hunters you have. But there is overall two strategies. My strategy, which is full-on buff strategy, and the second strategy is breaking strategy as soon as possible, CERBERUS. And then of course you have variations on the run. That's it guys, tell me if you want to see more variations. I believe I covered everything. Hopefully you did enjoy it, and yeah, see you next one. Bye.